Stéphanie Rottet here, spiritual business coach and a love coach as well. And we are here tonight for our last support session for our practice this month, Simplify Your Life. So these little weekly calls are simply to check in how we're doing, staying in the game, and making sure that we're not just thinking about a practice, but we're actually practicing the practice. So I want to welcome you, and we are just going to revisit, since it's the last support session for this particular practice. But here's the game. It's really honoring where we goofed, right? If we know that we haven't done the practice, it's okay. But at least we must start by acknowledging that. So it's okay to say, well, last week I didn't do anything. But don't come here and say, no, I've done everything, everything is okay. Like, this is not the game we're playing here. So, and it's important that you acknowledge that for you, because it's like the alcoholic, right? Oh, no, I don't drink. Well, until the person acknowledges that they drink, there's nothing that can be done to change it. So it's really important here that you're saying, I am actually doing everything I can to sabotage my life because I haven't done anything. So if you haven't committed to do it, that's okay, right? But if you've committed, if you were like, yeah, I'm going to do this practice, it speaks to me. Simplifying our life, isn't it the greatest gift we can give to ourselves? So it's a very important thing. Give that gift to yourself. Simplify your life. So the first week, we went into simplifying things in like the material world, like everything that is around us, outside of us. It was from, clearing your house. Maybe you have a pile of files like this you need to go through. Maybe you have lots of clothes. You need to go through your closet and say, okay, this I can give, this I can give a gift, or, donate to some foundations, whatever. Somebody can use it, right? And then there is also getting rid of relationships that are no longer serving you. So it can be, old friends that that they're not here to uplift you. They're here like to, suck your energy and never really have anything good to say about what you're here to do in the world. And if you do know, then don't let them stop you, okay? So relationships, romantic relationships sometimes too, right? It's to be in that place of honoring who we are. And it's never about judging the other or criticizing the other. It's just saying, this is not for me. And it's being in alignment with, this is what I need, this is what I want, this is what I deserve. And I'm not going to settle for anything less, right? For those of you who are like 50 plus, we don't have time anymore, right? It's not that other people have more time. It's just like when we're 20, we're not thinking the same way, right? You know what I'm saying. So actually, one of my friends, he's a 78-year-old man. I actually just met him. It's more an acquaintance, but a beautiful, beautiful man. And he was saying, Stephanie, at 50, one day counts like 1 year. So you got to make fast plans, like, go there and do this and do that with your man. And so he was very funny. But anyway, so that was the first week. It was about making room. If we want to create something new, we got to make room to have that we want to welcome. It's ready, right? There's space for it. And then the second week, I was talking about how difficult it is to have all of those social medias. Like, I don't know about you, but I have like this platform and that platform and Instagram and YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn and internations and this and that. And I'm like, whoa, I mean, there's so much time we spend, and it's like, it's wasted time, because most of the time we want to send the same thing to different communities. So the Love Army community has created a new hub where it's all about conscious leaders. It's all about conscious game changers. So if that's you listening to this, you may want to consider joining us, and I will post the link. That doesn't mean that you have to leave the other platforms, right? But I have decided now this is where I'm going to concentrate my efforts. I feel more aligned. It's a platform where it's all about love, all about light, about consciousness, about relationships. It's not always constant. I'm selling this, I'm selling that, and look at this video here, look at what happened there, blah blah. I don't know. I don't want to know about this stuff that is going on in the world. If I want to know, I can find the information, but I don't want people to come and blast me and share information and videos that are not of interest to me. So I want to go into a platform where it's all about honoring who I am, and I honor who they are, and we create relationship there. And it's a platform where it's not about going to get something, but it's about going in and give something. So it's a very new energy. So that's the platform of the Love Army. And again, I will be posting the link if you guys want to join. It's by invitation only, but guys, you are my friends. If you're seeing me here, it's because we've had a connection somewhere. So I want to make sure that you have access to it and you can come and check it out. All right. Then last week was kind of a little bit of a recap of that, just like the need of centering things, and maybe it's about strategizing, it's about structuring, and maybe you're all over the place and you just need to revisit the strategy, the structure, or the way you go around going into something. Because we can all go from, I'm going to take an example here in Switzerland, from Geneva all the way to Zurich. Guys, for the of you, it's not the end of the world. It's not like from one end to the other end in Canada. But here in Switzerland, like 3 hours, you're on the other side of the country. But nevertheless, if you start going down and you drive through Italy first and then go back up and go through Germany and then you come back to Zurich, that's very exhausting. It takes time, it takes money, and basically you've wasted time and money. So here's the thing is, the clearer you are about what you want, and the clearer is your road and is your path. So you will gain time, gain energy, and that's freedom. That's allowing you to have time for you. And this is what we're going to focus on this week. So this week, again, it's the last week for this particular practice, Simplify Your Life. So I'm going to start by saying it's all about being versus doing. So it's about you checking in how you're doing things in life. Like, how much you are into your business, how much you are into your relationships, how much you are into friendships, how much you are into going outside in nature. That's time for you. And it's about being more in those moments. So you can still go outside in nature and be on your phone or having songs you're listening to or news or whatever, or podcast, or maybe you're like, oh, I have this masterclass and I can do it while I'm walking in nature. That is not the same than going out for a walk and being in full consciousness, fully present, fully you, fully breathing, alive, and connected with nature. And that is what we need more of. Absolutely what we need more of now. If we want to raise our vibration and come up and really come into our full power, that is where we need to go. Being more, not doing more. And I'm going to take an example. I went through a really, really, really tough time this week. So something happened that a new friend in my life brought some energy and a very stubborn wound, a very deep wound, something like, that thing that you just want to put in the corner and you want to pretend it's not there. It's there, but it's not there, right? And meeting this friend just brought that to the surface. So there are two ways to handle this. Actually, I could say three. The first one is, I'm just being a robot. So I'm going to see a doctor, I'm getting some pills, I fix the thing, and that's it, right? It's fixed. That's the robot. That's a lot of people. That's how we've been raised. That's my parents, how they were raised, and that's how I grew up as well. So my openness to nature and understanding how we can heal ourselves with natural ways, that's not my parents who taught me that, that's for sure. I'm actually now helping my parents to get healthier with healthy stuff, right? So you gotta just be sensitive to what's happening here. So that's the number one. The number two is, I'm going to go into my wounds, I'm going to do the work, it's all good. But then you continue to be totally distracted. You go and talk to your friends. Every single minute is busy, right? And you're doing things, and doing things, and doing things. And when you're done doing things, you do another one, and then you keep doing another one. And you get my point, right? So here's the most important thing, is to stop and feel and be with that wound. And that's the ride I went on this week. I mean, I do look tired right now because it was a very, very deep, stinky, ugly, not easy at all. Not easy at all. But man, oh man, when you make love to that wound, and when you make love to the process, and when you are in full relationship, you have intimacy with that wound, then you know you're releasing it. And it's like, a lot of people ask me, well, what do you do when you have entities around you? Or what do you do when, you feel that there's some darkness and stuff? And I always say, and even ego, I treat the same. Always, always, always use love. And what love does, that love does not criticize, does not push away, does not reject, does not condemn, does not judge anything. That's not love, right? It's all about love here. So what we need to learn to do is to include. When you go somewhere, when you go to a party, you want to feel included. You want to feel part of the team. You want to feel like you're one of them and they love you. And the more people love you, the more you love them, right? It's this law of reciprocity. It's like, it's a flow. It's a natural flow of love. So it's the same with our wounds. It's the same with entities. It's the same with anything we're experiencing. So if you have a friend, don't push that friend away. If you know you need to end the relationship, which is now part of the first week, our exercise, like making room, that friend is not bringing you joy, not bringing you don't feel uplifted when you are with that friend. Well, then don't waste more time with that friend. That's not the right friend to be with. And I'm not saying if that friend needs help, you gotta be there for them, right? This is just the law, but you know that it's intimate. But don't remove that friend, pushing that friend away. It's like, if you don't like somebody, like even it can be a brother or a sister, don't push them away. Don't ignore them. Don't reject them, because that's only a reflection of you, how you reject yourself, how you don't want to see yourself, and how you judge yourself. We are always doing to others what it is we're doing to ourselves. So now it's very easy for you to see how people behave around you, and if they are really in love, because that's the way they treat people. If you are with someone who is always criticizing, always talking about others, that's how they judge and criticize themselves. And so that's when they need more love. And that's where you can guide them there. That's our role. That's our mission to all of us, to help each other to stay connected to love. So let me come back to that final stage there, because there was the number one, you go to get a medication, it's done. Number two, you're in, like, it's the pretending mode, number two, right? You know what you need to do. That's all in the mental. I call that mental masturbation, but it's not something real. It's not something you're actually doing. And so that looks like you know what you need to do and you talk about it, but you're not doing it. And you keep being distracted, doing things. You're still in the doing. And now I'm going to talk to that's where we want to go this week. That's our practice this week. Number three is, you want to be in that place where you are with the wound. You are the wound. You are the wound. You are making love. You're greeting it. You're accepting and embracing and saying, thank you for being here. And now there's a process of forgiveness around that. And I don't have time, unfortunately, to go through this. I want to keep those videos short. But reach out to me if you want to know the process. If you know you have a wound, like I'm talking about sexual abuse. I'm talking about deep, like rape and really like dishonor of the body in many ways. So it can be beating up, It can be raped, it can be, again, sexual abuse, touch, improper touch. Whatever it is that you have lived, if you're experiencing this, the invitation is to heal it, but you gotta be doing it from that place of love. And if you don't know how, don't stay alone. At the Love Army, the World INLIGHT Partners, we have many coaches that have been trained for that. They will be guiding you, showing you how, and you will gain like years of your life. So do not stay stuck. If you are feeling that, oh my God, this is so ugly, I don't want to go. Nothing is that ugly. That's just your judgment. Okay? So nothing is that ugly. Everything is divinely orchestrated. And even the darkest, most ugliest thing that has happened to you was divinely orchestrated in your life so that you can greet it, love it, transcend it. Free yourself and free the wound. But our nature is just to judge it and to be resistant. That's ego. That's not love. So it's a very different approach. And that is in the being. So that's again our practice this week, this last final week with this practice, Simplify Your Life. It's really about being more. Breathe, feel, connect with people in a way that you can almost smell them, even through the screen. When you are creating a video, you are with the people. And I tell you what, I can go that far that the recording of this video, I'm going to be feeling into those who are watching the recording, because that's the intention that I'm making. I'm doing this video not for me. I have something else I could be tonight, because my night is about sleeping tonight. I'm going to have a self-care, probably a nice warm bath, but that's the name of the game. So be more, do less, and stop pretending the doing is the mind, the being is the heart. All right, so I hope this is helping you. And I can only invite you to come and simplify your life with us, with a whole community of INLIGHT beings, of absolute conscious game changers wanting to do something about our world that is suffering right now. And we want to play in this world. Everything is perfect. We just want to bring more light, more love. And if that's you, you want to come and play with us, join us, watch for the links in the comments section of the video here. And I wish you a wonderful end of week. Ciao.